Start
Good
here
morning.
with David.
Good morning, Doug. Let's start off with some injury updates. How about Jalen Rager, Josh Sweat, Cam Johnston, and Darius Slay?
Jalen Rager's fine. He'll practice and should be good. He's okay. Cam is in the protocol, so that's really all I can say on that one. Along the same lines, Darius Slay has been cleared out of the protocol, so he'll practice today. And then Josh Sweat actually, it's a wrist injury. He's gonna miss some time, maybe a couple of weeks, but yeah, we'll see where he's at. But he's definitely gonna miss. He's gonna miss this week.
Go ahead, John, and then Paul Domowitch.
Morning, Doug. What is it you think is it about your teams over the last couple of years? You seem to play your best football in December, and especially in elimination games when you could possibly be eliminated from postseason contention.
I mean, if I had it any other way, I'd rather be playing our best at the beginning, and you sustain that throughout the year. But I don't know what it is really. I think our guys respond well to adversity. Obviously, we've been faced with that the last couple of seasons, and they don't dwell so much on kind of where we are, sort of that woe is me mentality. They push forward and come closer together and find a way to figure it out down the stretch. So yeah, I mean I've been very pleased obviously with the last couple of seasons, the way we finished, and it looks like we're going to have to do that again.
Paul and then Jeff.
Yeah, Doug, he pretty much asked the same question I was going to ask, but along those same lines, I mean, is it something you establish in a team that doesn't allow them to quit when you get to that point, or do you have to say or do anything late in the season to prevent that?
You keep talking about it all the time. About this time of year, you definitely want to be playing your best football. If you get an opportunity to be in the postseason, you definitely want to be playing your best. I think it's a mindset, though. It's a mentality that you set all the way back in training camp that kind of puts you in a position mentally this time of year. You put in all that hard work, and back in those dog days of July and August, and that's where you really sort of set the precedent for how your season is going to go, and you lean back on those experiences. Obviously, this year was different, but you still have the same messaging, and you still have the same level of sense of urgency, I guess, even back in August and early September when you're trying to play for this opportunity to be in the postseason.
Jeff and then Zach.
Doug, the last several weeks we've seen some glimpses of Jalen Rager, the explosiveness that you guys talked about in April, the punt return, the end around, the screen. A couple times he got behind secondary on passes that just missed. What have you seen out of him the last several weeks? Do you think this is an indication that maybe the light bulb has gone on for him?
I see the same things you're seeing. Explosiveness with the screens, with the arounds. It would be great to connect on some of those deep balls. He's getting in behind the secondary, and he's doing a great job. His biggest thing is he continues to learn, and he missed so much of the first half of the season, really. So now he's been put himself in a position to really be explosive for us, and we just keep pushing along and plugging along and bring him along as well with the offense. But we're starting to see those same plays show up.
Zach and then Jimmy.
Hey, good morning, Doug. As much as you're willing to share, what was the conversation like with Brandon Graham about making the Pro Bowl?
Yeah, first off, I'm excited. The three players, Fletcher Cox and Kelsey and BG, and happy for BG, first Pro Bowl in his career, and I really didn't get much words in with him. He was so excited and so thrilled on the phone when I spoke to him the other day about it, and he was just so elated and so happy, and I was happy for him and his family, and he's worked extremely hard in his career and probably worthy of making it maybe a couple of times. But just so happy for him and just sort of I guess the cherry on top of his career.
Are you the one who broke the news to him, or was it just congratulations for the call?
I did break the news to him the other night. Yes.
Go ahead, Jimmy, and then Kristen.
Hey, Doug, you mentioned connecting on deep balls with Rager. On the shot play to him down the right sideline on Sunday, on the play in which the whole offense was sort of like pretending to look at the sideline for a check, looked like a decent enough placement on that throw. And then after the play, you got his attention and kind of pointed to your eyes like Robert De Niro in Meet the Parents. And what were you telling him after that play?
Gosh, I'm on to Dallas, and I can't recall exactly what I was. I'm sorry, Les, that I didn't. I can't remember what I said. That was a great reaction, Les. Great reaction. I really appreciate that. I honestly, I don't remember what I said. Probably something about location, trying to find a ball. Yeah, probably something like that. I don't remember.
Okay, we'll go to Kristen and then Martin.
Hey, Doug. We talked with you on Monday about that kind of aha moment that you see from the younger guys now that they're able to, get some of those reps underneath their belts, potentially being a reason why you guys can play some of your best football in December. But do you also feel like it's a moment where some of the guys that haven't played finally get that sense of rejuvenation? I mean, you've had so many changes at positions in years past, notably at quarterback. Do you feel like that could have any correlation with kind of that rejuvenation at the end of the season?
It's possible. I do think that having some young players that are out there playing, it does bring a level of excitement and energy to the team, and I think it kind of really sort of inspires or motivates even some of the veteran players to be around that, and have that kind of energy on the field. And it's really a matter of our backs against the wall, and we've been faced with this before, and our guys do a great job of just focusing in and understanding that, there's a sense of urgency this time of year to we've got to win games in order to continue your season. That's what has to happen, and the young guys have really brought that energy just like they did at the end of the season last year and the year before, and it's really good to see that so many guys are playing. We do miss obviously the veteran guys that have been starters. We do miss them from obviously being out there, but these young guys do bring that energy level that is pretty exciting because it carries over. It really goes from practice right into the game, and that's where it all starts.
Martin and then Mike.
Hey, Doug, in your experiences as a player and a coach, when a quarterback is replaced and he doesn't react well, kind of like the way Carson has reacted well, I mean, can that kind of like sabotage and divide a team if that's the case, if the quarterback doesn't take it the right way?
It can if you let it. And that's one thing that Carson has not allowed that to happen, and he's not going to let it happen. He's been a pro about it, and he's been very very talkative in the meetings, asking the questions just like he had before, and you see him talking to Jalen during the week and during games, and listen, that's something that I really appreciate about Carson is just, how he's handled this. And he doesn't want to be a distraction to the team, and he wants to help the team win. I mean, that's the bottom line. And so we don't let these things really creep in to our thinking, and try to keep them out of the locker room. And so it won't divide your team.
Mike and then Bo.
Doug, the NFL flexed the Carolina-Washington game to 4:00. Do you kind of like that you won't know your fate until, basically after you're playing or into the fourth quarter? And how do you kind of stop guys from score watching?
Yeah, I mean, we've obviously got a big task, against the Cowboys, who, played well Sunday. Got after San Francisco and so obviously we can't control what the league does with scheduling. We know that we've been in those situations before, but I would prefer to go into a game not knowing. I think it does. Gives you a level of concentration and focus that you need going into a football game. And listen, our guys, once we tee it up on Sunday, we're all about the game. We're into the game. We're coaching and playing, and we'll see what happens at the end.
Bo and then Ed.
Hey Doug, I'll ask you about another one of the Pro Bowl players. What has Jason Kelce meant to you? I guess especially this season, as you've had so many moving parts along the offense.
Oh, Jason Kelce. I can't say enough good things, positive things about him. He's been the one guy that in the offensive line, he's been there day in and day out, for that group. And the stuff he battles each year through a little bit of soreness and injury, and wants to practice every day and competes at a high level, and just does things that other centers in this league can't do, and he does it at a high level. He wants to take every snap in practice. He doesn't want to miss a rep if he doesn't have to, and he's a great leader in that room, great leader on the football team. He's obviously a better person off the field as well, just a tremendous player, a tremendous person. I'm excited for him, in where he is in his career as well, and something for him too to with the amount of injuries up front that we've had, something positive came out of that group, and it was him, being selected to the Pro Bowl.
Do you think he has a case to be in the Hall of Fame one day?
Oh, I believe that there's a case for that. He's a Super Bowl winning center. He's done a lot of great things in his career, and I think he could be in the conversation for sure.
We'll wrap it up here with Ed and then Rob.
Hey, Doug. Hey, I know you like to go for it on fourth down a lot. With Cameron Johnston still in concussion protocol, are we going to see all fourth down plays, or are you going to use Jake Elliott in that situation?
No, we have, obviously we have a plan, in case Cam, doesn't make it, but yeah, I mean, you saw in the game the other day, I thought Jake came in and did a really nice job, being able to handle the punt situations. I think where it really, pertains maybe a little bit more is maybe, your extra points and things like that, where maybe you go for two, a time or two more, but we've been through this before. Actually, in the Cowboy game a couple years ago, and actually lost our kicker in that game and made it through. So there's a plan in place, but I'm hopeful that Cam makes it through and we get him for the game.
Go ahead, Rob.
Doug, it's been a tough year for you guys. It's been a tough year, 2020, for everybody in the world. We often ask you about players. How do they stay positive? How do they do this? What about you? How about you personally? What has this year been like for you? This season been like for you? And how do you remain focused and try and stay positive?
I lean a lot on my faith, number one. The time I spend in the mornings just, in the Word and just kind of reflecting back on maybe yesterday or the week ahead or the day I've got in front of me, and just sort of how can I create energy for the team today, and obviously my family is a big support structure there. My three boys and my wife and then our close family group and friends that where really football doesn't matter, and it's about you as a human being and a person, and making sure that I'm okay, and people reaching out with sending emails or text messages to me, and just getting that support that you need through a long season, even the good times. It's still a long season, and you battle through a lot of stuff and you're dealing with a lot of stuff with your team, but you still need that, that support and that the sort of that structure underneath you to keep you motivated. Because when you're in the head coaching position, you've got to uplift everybody, underneath you, and that's your coaching staff and that's your players. And I feel like, that's a strength of mine. But I just think being grounded through my faith has really allowed me to maintain, that level of energy. I talk about that with the team every day. Create energy when you come into this building and eliminate distractions and fear nothing, attack everything. That sort of mentality really applies to life as well. And, we've been in this pandemic now for, a while. I can think March 12th was the date that we were out of the building here at NovaCare. And, we've been blessed to be able to play these games and really to work and, much like you guys, to be able to, still have a job and still be able to provide for your families. And I'm very thankful for that, because there's a lot of people that I have friends and families around the country that have been devastated through natural disasters, through this pandemic, losing their jobs or illnesses or whatever it might be. But being able to be thankful for this opportunity to coach and play this game, with these players and provide a level of entertainment, right, for a lot of people that are suffering this time of year, and that keeps me going.
All right. Thanks, Coach. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.